Hi, I'm Dan from Awareful, and thank you so much for joining me on this channel. Today we're going to look at a really short, simple process of understanding how to get a little bit more out of your meditation. Now, this isn't about adding some new thing to you. This is about just beginning to simplify it, make it easier, take the weight of the word meditation off of your shoulders and begin to relax more and enjoy the process. Now, there's 3 simple steps, and I would recommend always going all the way to the end of this because it is a process to help your mind just to understand a little bit about what we're doing. And then, obviously, how to begin to apply it in meditation in the future. So, as I said, 3 steps. Step 1. Now, for this little 45-second practice, what I want you to do, I want you to try and stop thinking. Now, I don't want you to try and stop thinking by just focusing on your breath, listening to the sounds, other tools and techniques you may have used in the past. I just want you to tell your mind, stop thinking, and just see what happens. Again, remember, there's no failure in this. It doesn't matter whether you think or you don't think. It's a process. And so don't try and cheat it, because you're only really cheating yourself. So, 45 seconds, I want you just to tell your mind that. Not aloud, you can do it internally. You can just go, right mind, stop thinking, and see what happens. Now, I'm going to count. Otherwise, you're doing 45 thoughts in terms of counting. So leave the counting up to me. Nothing else for you to do. Relax. Tell the mind, stop thinking, and just do that. Stop thinking and see how you go. Good luck. Enjoy. Okay, so step 1. Don't need to know how you went just yet. A little bit of time for reflection. What happened? Move quickly into step 2. Now this time, very similar to step 1, you're going to tell the mind to do something, but this time you're going to tell it to think. But like you were at your favourite rock concert and you're the security guard, just watching people coming and going, in and out of the concert, in and out of the festival. I want you to do the same. So you're just going to relax. You're going to tell the mind to think, and you're not going to try and think. You're just going to let the thoughts come and go as they wonderfully, naturally do anyway. Okay? So, this time again, 45 seconds, relax. Tell the mind to think, and I don't want you to strategize. I don't want you to think of emails. I don't want you to try and think. You're going to tell the mind to think, and just see what happens. Okay? Good luck. Enjoy. Remember, no pass or fail. Just doing your best. Remembering this is a process. Tell the mind to think, and let's see what happens. Okay, so how'd you get on? couple moments just for reflection. And now just a couple of questions. So coming back to step 1, what happened when you told the mind to stop thinking? What's that? It thought anyway? I know. Even though you told the mind to think, it still had a couple of thoughts, right? Much like a petulant child, it didn't do exactly what you wanted it to do. It just thought, quite naturally, quite randomly. Now, sometimes when we do that practice, we can have a long period where there's no thoughts, and that's normal too. But in general, very difficult to try and stop thinking when we tell our mind directly to stop thinking. It's like that idea of don't think of pizza, and all of a sudden your mouth begins to salivate. You can't help it. It's a natural thing, natural response, natural part of our human process. So, step 2, when you told the mind to think, what happened? And you just sort of watched the thoughts. The mind just wanted to shut up, didn't it? Just sort of stopped thinking. Very normal for that to happen. A lot of people, when they sort of do it, they sit there thinking, why am I not thinking? Why can't I think? And become a little curious as to why all of a sudden, like a petulant child again, the brain has just not followed your action. Now, often sometimes as well, people will have like a flood of thoughts come in, and that's normal too. But we'll begin to recognise that it's just complete random thoughts. They didn't try and think it. The brain just gave them thoughts, completely random stuff, often absolutely fantastical stuff. Most things that aren't ever going to happen, yet the mind just sort of bombards you. Now, what does this tell you about the mind? Yes, there is no point trying to control it. It's going to do whatever it wants to. Like if I asked you to control your breath, it would become quite a struggle after the first 30 minutes. If we had to rely on ourselves to breathe, it would be dead a long time ago. And like the lungs breathe and the hands feel and the nose smells, the mind, it thinks. And that's not the baddie. It's certainly not the bad part of meditation. I hear so many people telling me they want to get rid of thinking. Well, good luck. The thoughts begin to soften all on their own. And the more and more you think about thinking, is you're just rolling that log up to the fire and thinking more. So, step 3, all I want you to do, very similar to step 2, where I just want you to sort of relax. I don't want you, though, to try and not think. I don't want you to think. I don't want you to try and not think. And I don't want you to try and think. I just want you to let the next 45 seconds happen all on its own. I want you to almost get out of the way. If the thoughts want to come, just let them come. If the thoughts don't want to come, let them not come. And I just want you to be observant of both. Whether the movement of the mind happens with the thoughts, or the space in the mind happens, the bit between each thought. And I just want you to watch, like you were watching again your favourite band, and you're just watching the people coming and going. Okay, so again, I'm going to count 45 seconds. Over to you. Enjoy, see what happens. Relax, and just be completely open to whatever comes and goes. All right. So how'd you get on that time? Simpler, right? A lot easier. No effort. You hear so many teachers talk about the effortlessness of meditation. But actually, one of the most important parts of it is the doing nothing. The sitting there, observing, rather than battling or removing, getting rid of. That space that you create of just noticing the movement. Just like the body breathes, the mind it thinks. And it's not about you trying to get rid of it. You're just trying to watch it, try to notice it. And that's where we begin to sort of move into those breathing techniques, where we come to watching the mind as it wanders and gently coming back to the breath, which if you want to take it a little bit further, I'll put a link for one of those meditations below, where we just begin to watch the rise and fall, the movement of life. I hope you enjoyed the video today. There's going to be loads more. So please subscribe, like, share. I want to hear your comments. How did you get on? What was step 1, step 2, step 3 like for you? What did you notice? Put it in the comment section. I promise to get back to you with my thoughts too. And any questions you have, don't hesitate to ask. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.